Hi and welcome to another Film Scoring for Beginners episode, Less is More. When we talk about film scoring, we often talk about those cinematic cues and those epic cues with the huge orchestral arrangements. But today let's take it down a notch, actually quite a large leap, and talk about those more intricate and emotional cues. Okay, so here we have a short film called I Profess that I scored maybe 10-12 years back with a South Korean film director called Daeryun Chang. I hope I pronounced the name correct. Now in the scene we're gonna take a look at here. The teacher is standing in front of a class and he's feeling nervous, tense and basically insecure of standing in the spotlight. So with the music we wanted to emphasize that inner struggle and sense of insecurity. So without further ado, let's just play the scene and you will listen what the score sounds like.
그 원시적 민주주의를 보게 되는데요. 인도에서도 민주주의가 있었다는 그런 주장이 나왔습니다. 네.
Right, so as you can hear, it's quite a minimal arrangement, but very effective, both in melodic and in the sounds. So for the instrumentation, we have a pad, and we have the piano, and we have the cello that's introduced in the background. So let's begin by talking about the notes. We first hear the pad introduced in the theme, and it's basically playing D in octaves. Now I didn't find the original Logic project files, but I created the cue here with similar sounds. And this time I used an Omnisphere pad with Abandon 2 preset and a quite drastic EQ curve to emphasize certain frequencies and get a kind of bandpassed sound. Next up, let's talk about the piano. So you can hear it's broken into three separate sections, or three islands, if you will. Now the first island of chords is basically a D major to F sharp minor, and back to D, but played with those sparse notes. So that's the first island of chords, and then we have the second island, which is something like. And the chords are F major to A with a C sharp in the bass to a D, but a D sus4, because we don't want to resolve this. And as you hear, there's quite large leaps in the melody. And that is also to emphasize this inner struggle and the tension of and insecurity. Right, so the third island is, we go back to a D major, to an D with F sharp in the bass, to a G minor. And it's basically again played in broken chords, which means that we play the notes separately and not all the notes from the chords. The third island is played something like this. Now the third instrument, the cello, is just playing some sparse notes in the background to emphasize that it's a minor chord in the beginning here, but it turns into some major notes in the melody. So it's a little bit of struggle between major and minor, but it's a quite low volume, so it's not that obvious. Since the pad is playing the D in the background, we have the cello playing an F, and the E and F together makes a minor chord. A D minor chord. But the cello is in a quite a low volume, and we have some automation for both the expression, the modulation, and the MIDI volume to bring the cello in and out. So the cello begins with a minor third, the F, and then it goes to quickly to an E. This is just a little flair that I added to give it more tense before we hear the piano melody. And then it basically plays D in octaves here to give a little sense of variation in the background and bring another texture, another sound texture into the arrangement. And this is played with a sound from the Peteris Vasks strings, and it's a sustains sultasto soft strings with the cello's first chair. And together this cue sounds like this. Right, so this is like the opposite of your cinematic cues. It's an effective cue with a minimal arrangement, but we get the message across. So again, you don't have to over-arrange your songs with too many instruments, because this is also easier to mix. So let's see this finally with a picture before we close this video. Hope you enjoyed the other episodes in the Film Scoring for Beginners series. Please let me know in the comments if there's something specific or a specific topic that you struggle with that you want us to bring up and talk about during the series. Thanks for watching today. See you in the next episode. Okay, hope you had a nice time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!